Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and Blizzard has put out one of the, I don't know, most misleading, dumb tweets I've seen in a very long time. And I basically want to warn you guys about it so that you avoid, doing what they tell you to do, because it's all bad. It's all bad. We're going to go over it. I don't know who came up with this tweet. I really hope it's just dumb-minded. We'll talk about it. One card in Hearthstone, by the way, outright has been banned or cannot be played in the game in any mode, or at least any multiplayer mode. We'll talk about what has happened and why that is. Also, the heroic Tavern Brawl returns today. Don't do it. We'll talk about it briefly. As well as there's a shop update with a bunch of bundles you probably don't want to buy, but 2 returning portraits that you'll probably want to take a look at. If you enjoy the content on the channel, if you like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like. It helps us out a lot. So this was tweeted today, 10 a.m. Pacific, or I guess yesterday as you're watching this, January 2nd. We're cleaning out our collection for extra arcane dust in the new year. And let's just watch this together and count all the things that are wrong with it. So it's a new year collection cleanup, because you need to do this. First, they mass disenchant all their cards, which, if you'll note, this collection itself had 27,000 dust. You never want to mass disenchant unless you really need the dust. Why? Because you could be mass disenchanting cards that might get nerfed in future patches and could grant you extra dust. That's why there's people like me and like Crip back in the day that would never hit the button, because you wanted to maximize your dust for every balance patch. So unless you really need to, don't do that. The next thing is, disenchant individual golden, which you can search by golden, but what you want to do typically is search by extra or like golden extra. You don't want to just disenchant cards that maybe you only have one alarm security bot. You want that card. If you don't want it, sure, disenchant it, whatever. But again, you shouldn't just disenchant cards you don't have or have multiples of, unless you have the regular version, which we don't see here. And then they also showed disenchanting Pyrotechnician. This is a card that was just banned and has not been unbanned. Maybe there'll be a dust refund for that card. This is the absolute worst time you could possibly disenchant this card. As well as hit the button, because we know a balance patch is coming soon with the whole Thaddeus thing, right? So like, again, I just don't do these things. It's all bad. And the other thing is just the timing. Wait for rotation. Rotation's gonna be in like what? A couple of months, 3 months max. That's the better time to like, okay, they're all going to wild. I don't play wild, maybe. I don't play duels, maybe. I don't need to hold on to these cards. I don't play twists like 99.99% players. I'm going to disenchant these cards, right? I just want to put that out there because it's just like the worst disenchanting advice you could possibly give to somebody, other than just saying, disenchant all of your cards because reasons, right? Not the best information, and a lot of people came in replying to that, to be fair. Bad mood of Hearthstone by Ben Hearthstone. No, you're supposed to type extra and dust the non-golden cards. Wait until rotation. Don't do this. But then I see a message like this, thank you for teaching. I'm like, oh no, are they going to listen to that? So I don't think this is done out of malice. I just think this is like somebody in the social team not super aware of like the best way of doing things. Like they're probably not like super keen on Hearthstone. I don't know. It's a really bad look, and I wish they would just like delete this tweet so people don't follow this terrible advice. So yeah, that's pretty lame. Next, the banned card in all formats. There is one card currently in Hearthstone that is unplayable in every single competitive or like player versus player mode in the game, and that is Mech Warper. Mech Warper, as of Twist going away in January, is the only unplayable card in Hearthstone. It's banned in Wild and Duels, so you can't play it there. Literally banned. Twist doesn't exist in January because reasons, and it's not legal for Standard or Arena. GVG is not a part of the Arena pool, and it's a wild. Well, I guess it is technically a wild card. It's not in Standard, right? It's not a Standard card. It's not the core set. So if you own Mech Warper, you literally can't play it. I think it's legal in solo adventures, maybe, but I feel like that shares the wild card pool. Regardless, it might be playable in solo adventures, but other than that, Mech Warper outright unplayable. And this seems to be a lack of like foresight with regards to the Twist mode. The reason it was banned in Wild and not nerfed is because it was legal in Twist and they want like the old GVG mech decks to see play. And now that Twist is gone, it's just kind of forgotten about and literally left as an unplayable card, which I don't think that should ever happen in Hearthstone. I don't think there should be an unplayable card unless it's like a really like drastic thing, like we saw like the patrons removed at one point briefly. But this has like been a while, right? This isn't something new. And I felt like, you know, if it's going away in January, Twist, they should update, you know, the wild card. And this is why I wish there was separate collections or separate cards for Twist and Wild, like we saw with Classic and Standard and all that back in the day. So if you need to adjust a card for Twist, you can do that and have the card be its own version in Wild. But as a result, that's not the case. My assumption is Twist will probably return in February with GVG Live and they'll want Mech Warper for that. Or they'll just be like, oops, we made an oopsies and actually nerf the card for Wild, because they can't just put it back in its current state because that was problematic. I would imagine if you're actually going to change the card, give it like the Sorcerer's Apprentice treatment, make it 4 mana so it doesn't like scam as early, can still do what people want to do, making their mechs cost 0 or not less than 1, which could possibly happen. They're getting more keen to that phrase, but I know there's people out there that would really load that. And for a card that's been in Wild forever, I'd rather just go to like 4 mana. So it's just not good, but you can do fun combos if you really want to. So yeah, that's out there. You can't play Mech Warper right now. And yes, everybody's favorite scam. I mean, Tavern Brawl is returning. The Heroic Brawliseum will be live today. It's standard format. And as I always say, don't enter it unless you really just like gambling away high amounts of gold to basically never get it back. There is a mini set coming in just a few weeks, almost certainly. January 16th is our prediction, and it costs 2,000 gold. And if you enter this, it costs 1,000 gold to enter this brawl just alone. 1,000 gold, half a mini set. And if you happen to get unlucky, you know, you don't even have to be a bad player. You could just get unlucky, go 0 wins. You get all of 1 pack, no dust, no gold. That is atrocious. The only way you could actually get your full gold back is getting 12 wins, and you'll also get 50, I believe it'll be Badlands packs, 1,100 gold, 1,100 dust, approximately 3 golden legendaries. Like, that's insane rewards. But if you look at the odds of that happening, it's basically 0.65% of players get 12 wins, right? The average result is basically, the average payout is 696 gold per person. That's the average. And if you look, like 12.5% of players will go 0 wins. Get a pack for 1,000 gold. That's insanely bad. It is so skewed towards the top. Again, I can never recommend it unless you're like a content creator like me and it's good content and also have all the cards, so it doesn't matter. Or you're just somebody who's like, yeah, has a large collection, has a lot of gold, and you just like having like a pseudo tournament mode. It's the closest we got to it, where you can just play your standard decks and compete against other people. Can't recommend it. And the meta is so 50-50 right now. It's so hard. There's no like clear best deck. And it's going to be really hard to get 12 wins, I feel like, in this meta. You'll see posts about it all the time. You'll never see the posts about doing poorly. But yeah, cannot recommend it whatsoever. And lastly, we have the latest shop update filled with really expensive premium bundles that are not good value, because they're boosted up in price all by signature cards and golden packs for the most part, or golden legendaries. Like, none of these are worth the value. Like, unless you're into like the cosmetics like I am, and I'm not buying any of these. I have all the signatures, so I'm not buying a single one of these. There's literally no point. They're all extremely expensive. They're not efficient for their cost, and you're just getting the extra you're getting are cosmetics and signatures, like 2 signatures, 10 golden packs for $60 USD or 75 Canadian. That's just atrocious, right? Like, I cannot recommend a single bundle that they added. I think they're all egregiously overpriced. They don't help anybody. And the thing you might want to check out, though, that is cool are the returning hero skins, which this week we have Infernal Armor Illidan hero set. The armor sets are pretty cool, and you can get it for like I think $10 USD or 1,500 gold. So you don't have to spend money on it. You also get the card back that comes along with it. So that's pretty cool. Or you can get the Holy Leviathan Anduin, another one of these robotic ones. Comes for 1,000 gold or like 750 USD, 875 Canadian. So yeah, they're pretty cool portraits. They're returning, and if you want the accompanying card back, you got to spend a bit more and get the Illidan one, and you can't get the portrait separately, which is a little bit lame, but at least it's available for gold. Like that's the nicest thing about these returning portraits. You don't actually have to spend money on it. So that's kind of all the big updates for now. We'll see you guys tomorrow with whatever news we got to cover. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.